Tracy now.
Woohoo! Well, Tracy's right here doing my dance. You know how much I love to dance. I always come in doing a little dance. Where's Tracy now? Tracy here is with Ruth Feast from Realty One Group Empire here at their lovely Main Street office. And thanks for having me today. Thanks for inviting me.
It's awesome that you're here. Wow, you took forever to say yes, lady.
Well, I did say yes. It was just a lot of scheduling conflicts that we were having and whatnot because of all the traveling that I'm doing. So I'm glad that we were able to finally get this date, day after 4th of July. Great way to start off Tuesday.
Awesome. Did you have a nice 4th of July?
I did. Yeah, we had a couple family barbecues and some swimming, and I was on the raft.
A lot of food, huh?
Yeah, a lot of food, but it was a lot of good fun. How about you?
I had a nice time too in my house with my husband and went to see the fireworks in Apple Valley, which was beautiful. Very nice.
Oh, that's
Very
good.
nice.
Yeah, there were a lot of fireworks last night. Even where I'm at, I was more so than ever. But I did have some of those crazy neighbors out there, that were shooting them off. Not even lying. Like from 11 to like 12:30.
Oh my
I think
God.
the last went off around 1 a.m. in the morning. I was just not having it. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? What are you doing? We gotta go to work.
Yes.
Can't sleep. But anyways.
So Tracy, tell us about what is natural hazard disclosure, and I know it's NHD. What is that stands for, and what is it?
Well, you just said it. NHD stands for Natural Hazard Disclosure. And that NHD report actually went into effect because it wasn't always a law before. You know, always something has to happen to create a form or a law, right? So the NHD went into effect in, it was March 1st, 1998, under the California Civil Code of the Natural Hazard Disclosure Act, Section 1103.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
You know your stuff.
I know a little bit. I know a little bit. But so that means that selling any real property in real estate in the state of California, the sellers and their agent must disclose to any prospective buyer if the property is in one of the 6 mandated hazard zone areas. And those 6 zones, there are 2 flood zones, 2 fire zones, and 2 earthquake zones, for a total of 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because you have to know if the property, if they are in one of these hazard zones, and some properties actually could be in a flood zone and in a fire zone, right? And those properties can be at greater risk for property damage.
Wow.
And what the effects of Mother Nature could happen, and those type of properties, it could possibly affect the current or future use of the property.
Well, it's good to know.
Yeah.
Very good to know.
Yeah.
So,
And one more thing, sorry to interrupt you. And if they are in one of those zones, it may be needed that buyer is going to more than likely need to get some additional insurance coverage for those type of properties. Yeah. And so the NHD covers all those mandated zones, and it's essential that buyers have all the information that they need to know up front so they can make their informed decision about that property, because some buyers may not desire to be in a flood zone or may not desire to be in a fire zone.
I will not want to be in one of those, for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. And I also came to this kind of epiphany thinking in real estate that sometimes where it's not maybe that the buyer cannot, maybe it's not a financial reason the buyer does not desire to be in one of these zones. I have learned that sometimes, because real estate is emotional, isn't it?
Yes.
Right?
Big time.
Well, there also could be,
especially residential.
Yes. Oh, yeah, exactly. There also could be an emotional attachment or a fear instilled in them. Perhaps they know somebody whose house has burned down before, like my sisters did, and I got to see firsthand what that tragedy looked like and felt like. So that could be there. Or maybe somebody doesn't know how to swim, or they have a fear of water, or somebody may be drowned, God forbid. But so it's not always financial that they can't, probably more than so not, but also we got to take in mind, as I'm going to say, as a buyer's agent,
Yes.
that there could be something going on more, and that's
Yes.
where the conversations and relationships build, and you'll be able to find out. But
Very good.
yeah,
So when should we order a natural hazard disclosure report?
well, you're not going to believe this, but the real answer is not in escrow. Actually, the best time to order it is at time of listing. TOL, time of listing.
Yes.
Because you should be finding out, right, as an agent, everything that you can as a material fact about the property, right? And it also, by getting this ahead of time, you'll be able to answer any buyer's agent's questions.
Yes.
And they do have a lot of questions when it comes to the natural hazard disclosure
Yes.
report. When they have a client that perhaps you said financially or emotionally do not desire or can't afford to be in a fire or flood zone because of the additional insurance.
It makes such so much sense about it, you know, because if I'm a buyer, I want to make sure that I'm buying the right property and that I'm covered, and then I don't want to have any issues like in a couple years after I have these things that I had to fork out more money to pay more stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so
And you don't know, I mean, if it is in one of these zones, then the lender can be aware too, you know, if they aren't, or
Yes.
maybe they are aware of this. And it's just always best to get ahead of it, because I always think of, so at time of listing is the best time to get it, all right? And this way, like I said, the listing agents are able to answer those phone
Yes.
calls when buyers are wondering, because I do get phone
Yes.
calls quite a bit saying, hey Tracy, do you know if this is in a flood or fire, whatever zone? And I always happy to help when I can. But my first thing is, did you contact the listing agents? Like, no, they do it in escrow. And it's like, and that's just the way real estate's done. I know that, but we're talking about a best practice here.
Yes.
And so I will help them, but I came up with a really good idea. You know, I'm a real estate agent. I'm not active at all. I'm not selling. I'm not competition. I love my NHD world. I do. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I love it.
Yes.
But if I was selling real estate now, what I would do, because when you order the NHD at time of listing, let me tell you, first of all, there's no charge to the agent, all right? The seller pays at close of escrow, and if you do not close, there's no charge, because we at First American understand that some properties and deals, you know, they just go south,
Yes.
and escrow may not close. So no close, no charge. We want you to have that information up front, and that way the buyer, it's essential that they have all the information that they possibly can to help them make that informed decision.
Yes.
Because now what you can do when you get the NHD on the PDF, I would, like I said, if I was selling real estate right now, I would go back into my MLS listing site. Is it Matrix now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I worked on Rapatoni, so that tells you how long ago. I got my real estate license. I think it was 2006. I know there's an area you can upload things, right? Or supplements or attachments. So I would take my PDF NHD report and I would attach it to my MLS listing. And then you have that little box for agent's remarks, right? I would type in there, and this is after you read the NHD report. You got to open it up and read it. If you don't know how, call me and I'll walk you through it, okay? So you're going to see if it's in a flood zone or fire zone. And if you don't know how to tell if it's in a high or very high fire hazard severity zone, I can help you find that answer because it's in our reports, and I will show you how to do that. That's something I do in my trainings. And I would write in agent's remarks, see NHD on file. And if you know it's in a flood zone or you know it's in a high or very high fire zone, I'd go ahead and notate in a high fire hazard zone, in a flood zone. That way, it would really bring attention to the buyer's agents out here who are shopping for properties, who already know their clients cannot afford the additional insurance for flood or fire zone areas where the property is at. So that way, when they go look at your listing, the information's right there. All their questions are answered. And I'm just saying they don't have to, I'm not saying bother you, but not another phone call asking, because you made it available.
Yes.
And part of the lie said the NHD, the sellers and their agents must disclose to any prospective buyer the NHD report. And by doing that, it's ready, available, because on the MLS.
Yeah.
That's just something I would do. I don't know, you may want to try it out, but wouldn't it be nice if everybody did that?
You know, actually, since I have been in the business for 15 years, I have very strong belief that everybody needs to know before you purchase a house all the disclosures. They need to know what is going on in the property that they're buying. So that way they make, like you say, educational decision. Okay, do I want to move forward to buy the house or not? So I strongly believe in that myself.
Yeah.
So
it's a good practice to get into, even though escrow does an amazing job in ordering them, and I know a lot of TCs and everybody, they do the ordering, and if they ever have an issue, they know they can reach out to me. But it's just, like I said, a good practice to get into, and it's I think it would help a lot of buyers agents out there, and especially that we're all starting to feel a little bit of that shift happening, right?
I agree. So one more quick question. So do you offer any NHD training?
I do. I love to train. Tracy Tate loves to train in real estate. I told you guys I'm just a big kid. I love having fun. I'm going to find fun in something. Yes, I'm blue color from our color training with Derek that we did. All we look for is fun. So I make my own fun. So yes, I offer training. I do like an NHD basics course for brand new agents who are just getting in the business, to get them comfortable and familiar with the natural hazard disclosure report, how to understand when it's in one of these zones. Also, I explain to them the tax portions of the report, the supplemental taxes, if they want to go further and kind of use our tax estimator that's in all of our reports, they can do that.
That's awesome.
And I also show them, because we also report if a property has one of those HERO or PACE, which PACE stands for Property Assessed Clean Energy. I know that because I used to be your HERO rep before. And we provide that information in the report. So I just kind of go over the basics with them. And then I also do, like for returning back to real estate, because some of us agents take a break. Life changes, we have to take a break, but then we come back, you know, something worked out, I'm back in the field. So I like to do just a reintroduction of the NHD, and also share with them any new laws that went in effect, like AB 38 and SB 63 and fire hazard severity zones, and all the latest tools now that are in the NHD. And then I also do a focus training, and my focus training, which I'm sure a lot of you guys seen on Facebook, it's my training for understanding the fire hazard severity zones in the NHD report. And if your property's in one of these zones, you're going to have to know how to read the report. And I will show you where you can find that answer. And that's important to find that answer, because you're also going to need to know about if you're going to need the FHDS form. You're going to need to be educated about defensible space, who and what does it apply to, along with home hardening, who and what does that apply to, and when you need that to send that FHDS form.
So it looks to me that somebody needs to call you to get those trainings, because there's a lot of forms that, you know, remember we talk about the acronyms, a lot of the public, they don't know what that means. So maybe we need to get you in front of the public so you can tell us specific forms. But thank you so very much for coming over, because it took me about a couple months to get you here.
Hey, you see, I'm everywhere on Facebook. Everybody doesn't know where I am. I hear they go, oh, just check Facebook. She'll let us know. And they're calling me a selfie queen. I'm like, oh my gosh, but I am. Oh, hey Ruth, let's do one right now while we're here.
Let me ask you a question. So if anybody wants to get in touch with you, would you give them the phone number right now, please?
Yes, it's 760-265. Oh my gosh.
You forgot your phone number?
No, that's my personal number. Sorry, scratch that. Take two. Okay. 760-285-5395. That's my personal work cell phone number, and you always can text me, email me, Facebook me, Facebook Messenger me. However, I'm around, I'm here, and I really look forward to helping you. And just so you know, my trainings are in person. If you want to put me on Zoom, that's totally fine. But I like to be in person to help you have these great conversations so you really get the good education that you deserve. Because my goal is to expand your expertise as a real estate professional. So I hope you'll invite me to one of your meetings. I do small group trainings, just whatever I can do.
Well, thank you so much. And my name is Ruth Feast. We're Realty One Group Empire. And I hope that you really like this information that we brought you this morning. Have a great day.
Thank you.